Starting a new business, it sure can be scary, if we're in the middle of the pandemic or not. We're talking to the owner of Urban Sundry about why she didn't let the virus stop her growth.
And how long do you think you can go without any Wi-Fi or communication with society? Well, it would be a great chance to enjoy the view, the contest that's going to be paying some big bucks for a digital detox.
And the Backstreet Boys are trending right now. They're back. Well, we're talking about the next steps for one, singer McLean, and what he's been doing during quarantine.
You're watching Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
Ooh, good day. Sing it, Sam.
This is one of those songs that never gets old.
You know, I still don't know the words to it.
Really?
How many times have I heard it? I know the hook.
Now I'm trying to go through.
Uh-huh.
And it feels good. Waking up when you got more than coffee filling. And what we mean by that is
My
you
special
have
elixir?
Not,
Is that what you meant?
Not alcohol. What we mean is you have more than coffee filling your cup. Like you got some joy.
Gotcha.
You got some upbeat. A lot of people were like, wait a minute, Sean, did you write
You know me too well. All right. Good morning, everybody. How
good
are
morning.
you? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
How are you on this Tuesday?
You know, it's good. It's good to be alive. 2 feet on the floor every day. Hallelujah. You know, I got great joy yesterday going through your Instagram stories.
So Chanel's gotten really good. She loves her scooter. So kind of our MO is a couple nights a week. I have like my cruiser board or my long board, and we'll just ride around our community. So here we are right here. She's getting pretty good at the thing.
She really is. Her poor little legs are getting a workout.
Oh, I know. And she rides for any skateboarders out there. I'm trying to kick her habit because she rides Mongo.
Is she goofy?
Yeah, a little bit goofy.
Okay.
And this is what I aspire her to be. So that's just another story. This is us deciding which way to go. And she's like, well, that way is where our house is. And I don't want to go home, so let's go right.
The other way.
But that's left. And then every time, it's about 20 to 23 minutes in, she goes, Dad, I don't want to ride my scooter. And this is what she does.
She runs, races you home?
She just runs in whatever direction. So then what I'll do is like, all right, let's do this. You want to race me? Let's go, chick. So I'll ride my skateboard and, you know, go faster. And obviously she's slowing down. And I'll just beat her. I mean, but you know what? She gets faster that way. What did you find? She found Olaf's hand right here.
I'm just guessing, Cameron, it comes with a great deal of satisfaction.
It does. I love it. You know me. Any chance. And she found a twig right there, and she literally turns around and goes, Dad! I'm like, what? She's like, Olaf's hand.
Oh, that is so smart, though.
And I was like, Olaf ain't coming for like 5 or 6 months, so I'm not even going to start to look. But that's kind of our ritual.
She sleeps well.
Oh my goodness. And today is a big day. She has swim class literally right now, and then she has her first day of gymnastics later this afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
And then, so.
Are you going to create one of those super athletic children?
Absolutely. Like that's how Shaun White got to be Shaun White, Sean.
Well, I think it also, sometimes it goes wrong and their kids retaliate.
That is
when
true.
They are
And you know, and my parents, and I think a lot of parents are like this, I feel so bad because I wanted to do everything as a kid.
Yes.
And then like certain activities would just drop off like flies. So it's kind of like, you know what? I don't think she's going to stick to all the things we have her in, but it's trying to find at an early age, all right, what does she really love? She loves swimming.
Yes.
I hope she likes gymnastics, and soccer's this weekend. So she'll be
She's so cute, and good for her that she likes all that.
Yeah.
Just keep in the back of your mind, Johnny Manziel, okay? That's all I want to tell you. Just keep that.
Josie Manzella.
There you go. Oh, boy. All right, you know, during this pandemic, what's the one thing that you've searched for the very most?
Funny YouTube videos. No. Turns out Google searches for anxiety, that specific word, were the highest in history during the early days of the pandemic.
Searches for information about panic attacks and anxiety. They spiked shortly after the shutdown was announced back in March. And according to a study from UC San Diego, your fears about COVID may have a greater effect on your health than the actual virus.
Wow. Researchers hope this could help them design interventions that directly help people suffering from panic attacks. That has been the concern, Sean, with a lot of people that, hey, we have to think about the mental toll that a lot of decisions or things that we're going through are making on people.
And just keep in mind, this is not just adults, you know.
Kids.
Kids are really, I think, also struggling through this
Suicide
time.
rate is up. I mean, it's very sad. Hopefully we get through it.
We will.
Well, as classes resume virtually or in person, there is one celebrity lending a helping hand on social media.
John Legend's wife, Chrissy Teigen, you've heard of her. She is buying school supplies for dozens of teachers.
Check it out. She sent out this tweet thread showing some of her at-home school setup, which my wife saw it and was like, that is goals. As their children get ready for their first school year at home, she asked teachers to respond with their Amazon wish lists. And later, Teigen said she had cleared 50 Amazon wish lists.
Yay. She says she plans to help more teachers this week with a focus on special needs and struggling districts. Teigen also says she always has wanted to be a teacher and that they have some professional assistants on hand there. But she did say she will cover cooking class, John has music, and Grandma has day drinking. You go,
Look at
Grandma.
that's the setup. Look at that setup right there.
It's so good.
Yeah, she's been like a Facebook marketplace queen right now. I mean, she's sold like 20, 30 items of Chanel's old toys, and she's gotten a couple of those. Like, she's obsessed with the block walls, like the little shelves of the squares. So she's gotten like 3 of them. She got one for free. And then that's like her aspirations, that and Australian influencers with their wooden toys. It's a whole thing.
Now, Chanel will not have to do homeschooling at all, right?
No, so she starts preschool in 2 weeks.
Are they doing anything at home? Or?
No, in-home. It's only 2 days a week, and then I think the class is like 3.5, 4 hours. But it's like preschool over in Pickerington. And yeah, at this point, it's still in person.
That's amazing.
I know. We went school supply shopping and...
You cried, I know.
When I have to drop her off, I don't think preschool is going to be too heavy. It's going to be like kindergarten.
Yeah.
When it's like every day, I'll be a mess.
It is tough.
I can't think about it. She's getting too big.
You know, if you love to make memes on social media, here you go. We might have the perfect job for you.
Checking the application right
now.
now. Bud Light Seltzer is looking for what they call chief meme officer. This isn't a joke, guys. They're willing to pay someone $5 grand a month for 3 months to create funny memes and share them on social media in hopes of them going viral.
And just so you're aware, the memes would have to be about Bud Light Seltzer, of course. And you have to be over 21, and you have to submit a few samples of your memes. You have until September 18th to apply.
That is awesome.
So smart.
Yeah.
All right, and KFC having to pivot a little bit here.
Yes.
Did you hear about this?
Yep.
KFC says it's chicken. It's still finger licking good, but we've got to be honest, in the age of coronavirus, promoting finger licking, not a good idea.
What's the bad thing? I'm just kidding. So, for the first time in company history, the team is pressing pause on their 64-year-old slogan, saying it just didn't feel quite right.
Yeah, it's a clever campaign they're doing right now. So what they're doing is blurring out the slogans out of the old billboards and signs. But don't worry, it's not going away forever. The company says, of course, they're going to bring that back when the time is right.
It's genius.
Now it's going to be KFC glove goblin good.
Tong grabbing good.
Tong grabbing.
Yeah, you know, it's a genius campaign because even their thing is like, you know that thing we say, and the first thing you think of is it's finger licking good. Now, I will say, in some of these ads, it looks like it's a cuss word.
Oh, that's true, too.
It's good.
Right.
I was like, ugh.
Well, not everybody goes there immediately, Cameron.
I know. Well, you know, I'm always thinking of the kids.
That's true.
Someone's got to be the young adult here.
Yes, coming up. Fast food spots, they are changing with the times and helping customers one meal at a time.
You have to see this adorable curbside retriever that's putting a smile on our face this morning. We're going to show it to you next.
This week, high school football, it's back. Yay, join us for Thursday Night Lights You can watch Hilliard-Davidson take on Hilliard-Darby. It all begins Thursday, 7 p.m. on the CW Columbus.
I do miss going to those because obviously it started with the CW. We'd be at every game, Elisa and me, you know, getting the cheerleaders and all that going. And it's so good to see they're still going to have them on TV. It's a great opportunity.
For sure.
Well, Ohio State students resume classes today. Most is online, but they're making changes for in-person classes too.
So get this, though. This is without the football team, right? The university stands to lose millions of dollars. Millions. Ohio State says it expects to lose about $130 million in revenue. This is since fall, and since the sports are canceled, things have changed. Much of that is related to ticket sales, media, conference and game guarantee revenues. These are all things they're missing out on.
They also say the cancellation is a major driver in a decrease in some sales and services at the university. You know, they have those protocols on campus. They got the sanitizer stations. The desks are spaced out. There's tents for outside learning. And I mean, I think we all knew this was a big piece of our economy that we were going to lose a chunk of.
Well, the University of Alabama just tweeted out 590 students have COVID.
Oh.
590. So, I mean, it's a real concern in how you can maintain safety and allow kids to be college students.
Right.
I mean, it's really, I don't know what the solution
It's still weird,
is.
and again, it's still weird to me that they let students back, but then literally the safest students, the athletes with the greatest care, weren't allowed, where I'm like, I get not sending the athletes back if you didn't even have students.
Right.
But like you said, outbreak in Alabama, and whew, just want to get through it now.
It is.
I've been watching old Buckeyes games on Facebook and YouTube. So
I know, it's going to be so weird without them, huh?
I'm still going to wear my jersey on Saturdays. I don't care what they say.
I like it. Kurt Ludlow, he's here. I'm sure, Kurt, you too. You feel that. It just, going into fall without football, it's so odd.
I'm like Cam. I was watching the Buckeye game the other day on Big Ten Network, you know, and they condense them down into an hour and get a little Buckeye football feel and get it done quickly, too. So there's that, I guess.
Sure.
But we sure missed the live coverage. Good morning, everybody. Here's some of what's making news for you on your Tuesday. Tonight, get ready for round 2 of the Republican National Convention. Last night, we heard from several of the president's biggest supporters, including former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Republican Senator Tim Scott as well, delegates formally nominating President Trump and Vice President Pence. Tonight, we'll hear from First Lady Melania and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. The president himself will formally accept the party's nomination on Thursday. This afternoon, Governor Mike DeWine could release guidance that allows concerts and shows to resume with limited crowd sizes. Remember last week he said he'd likely allow crowds of 300 people if an event is indoors, 1,500 people if it's outside. His news briefing is set for this afternoon at 2 p.m. You can watch it live on our sister station ABC 6 or on our free Fox 28 News app and YouTube page. Governor DeWine likely to be asked about a motion by a Republican state lawmaker to have him impeached. Representative John Becker says the governor has abused his power during the pandemic. There's only 2 sponsors of the bill, and the Speaker of the House is not supporting it. On our sister station's website, we asked what you think, and we've gotten a huge response with more than 10,000 votes. An overwhelming 84% of you say the governor should be removed from office over this. 16% say no. The Ohio State Wexner Medical Center says it will build this brand new 840-bed hospital tower. It's gorgeous. It'll cost nearly $2 billion, making it the single largest facilities project in campus history. This is going to be east of Cannon Drive and also include a new inpatient hospital garage with as many as 1,900 spaces. It's expected to open in 2026, and of course you'll be able to pass by it if you drive up and down State Route 315. That's a look at your headlines. Guys, back to you.
Pass by it, heck, stop and check your hair. It looks very shiny. Like a mirror. All right. Check this out, though. This will make you laugh. A Japanese airline may have found a hands-free solution to airline bathrooms so that they can help, hopefully, slow the spread of COVID-19.
They're always ahead of us.
They are.
10 years.
But they went right to the potty for this one.
And again, always ahead of us in the bathroom, 10 years. All Nippon Airways says it's testing a bathroom door that allows you to open with your elbow or your forearm. So here's how it works. All you need to do, simply press the flat handles and the door opens inward. Inside, a similar looking mechanism means the entire experience is hands-free and most of all hygienic.
And the airline says the prototype is only available for its Tokyo's airport, but if it's popular and easy to use, it could become much more widespread.
If you're in that confined space in an airline bathroom,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the least of your worries.
You think?
Like, you're in there at this point. I mean, like,
The swirly flush is already
swirly-
getting you. Yeah.
things, particles flying everywhere.
You might
I
be
think
right.
Grabbing the door, it's a great idea, nonetheless.
But if this could then move into other restrooms, the same
Yeah.
kind of idea. We get rid of that person who takes the paper towel, opens it, and then throws a paper
Sean,
towel on the floor.
that yesterday, I put this thing on my stories. I don't understand. There's someone in this building
Really?
that's still, and I get you open the door,
but then they throw it on the floor.
they move the trash can by the door so you can open it and throw it down. I've tested. It works. And they just... And I picked it up yesterday. I took another one, and then I picked it up like a pooper scooper.
Yeah.
And I put it in, but...
Well, I
I'm
think we
telling you,
got to get the I-team on it.
I'm going to put a camera in the bathroom here at the station. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'll get fired for that.
HR, Marty, did you hear that? Okay. Talk about man's best friend. A North Carolina dog has social distancing down pat.
Meet the golden retriever, Ellie, and she masters the curbside pickup at Chick-fil-A. In this Facebook video, you can see Ellie runs to the restaurant's curbside pickup spot and takes the handle of the carry-out order in her mouth.
Ellie then turns around, takes the order to her owner, Nick. Ellie is a special girl. Good girl, Ellie. How about that? Oh. Doesn't even dig in. See, Stevie would have that bag ripped apart.
Oh, Stevie would make 2 steps, rip the bag apart, grab your glasses in the process, and just go to town.
Look at Ellie. I love her.
Well, this is perfect because tomorrow is National Dog Day. So if you have any pictures or video of your dog, send them our way. You can download the free Fox 28 News app and tap on the Explore tab and chime in, or go to myfox28columbus.com/chime in. Upload them to the National Dog Day folder, and you could see your furry friends on the air and online on Good Day Columbus.
Spoiler alert, Stevie is coming in with Katie's dog Callie tomorrow for National
I
Dog
just saw Jessica Cole be like, oh no.
She's on Stevie duty. She doesn't know it yet. Coming up, it's a blast from the past. Fashion, bringing out the most popular styles from back in the day.
See the new fit that's inspiring many of you to add your own flair. We'll tell you about it next.
Oh, this is breaking news. McDonald's Chicken McNuggets are now getting a new makeover for the very first time ever.
I've been waiting for this day for 30 years, Sean.
Okay.
Starting September 16th, spicy Chicken McNuggets will be available at locations nationwide for a limited time. Probably going to stay there forever.
The hot nuggets. They will have the same white meat chicken you've come to know and love, but they are breaded in a tempura coating that has been spiced with cayenne and chili pepper. And they're also releasing the Mighty Hot Sauce, the first new dipping sauce in 3 years.
Now, I don't know why this is so exciting, but it is. And to cool down, you see it in the background right there. I jumped out of my chair almost when I heard about this. McDonald's is going to start serving the Chips Ahoy McFlurry. Look at that. You can see some caramel in there. You can see some cookies. Also available on September 16th. I'm probably not going to be at work, Sean. I'm just going to be waiting in line.
It's understandable.
Oh,
It
that
is.
looks so good.
All right, Cam, I keep asking you if you would be able to go offline for even a day.
Yeah.
What about 2 days?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, we'll see. There's a company willing to pay you, Cameron, to stay offline for 48 hours.
Hey, if you go to Hocking Hills, you can't get service.
That's
so
true.
if you're there the day, you don't got a phone. But this is really neat. It's a contest that'll pay you to go offline in the RV at one of America's national parks for 48 hours. If you make it, you'll get $1,000. But they won't supply you with the RV. You will reimburse the rental that you get.
What could ever go wrong?
I know.
The minute the contest ends, though, the winner will receive a digital hotspot to reconnect from wherever they are. And the company, called Satellite Internet, says this is their way to encourage us all just to enjoy the great outdoors. Think about it. When's the last time you spent a whole weekend not doing anything online.
You know, it was last time Katie and I went to Hocking Hills towards the end of fall last year.
Yeah.
Because again, you don't get service, which is a good thing.
Sure.
And we left our phones in the car and we went down to Old Man's Cave. And then cruises are good too, because don't get the Wi-Fi on the cruise, you'll have a way better time.
Oh.
That's a good little tip.
Who are you? I don't even know you right now.
See, Sean, I like stories, and most of the time I just document it to keep it, but I could go off the grid.
I think that time's coming. All right, I might need to go off after this. Fashion, you know, it changes from year to year, sometimes month to month. One thing, though, that seems to always come back, those retro looks.
Yeah, and turns out high-waisted flared jeans are next on that list. I've actually seen this around, and it looks like not everyone's on board.
All right, check out the ad here. This is from the Loft with deals on the high-waisted bell-bottom trousers.
Those are cute.
Yeah, they were really popular back in the 60s and 70s, and they came back again in the 90s and 2000s. It looks like they're coming back once more.
Celebrities, or at least models and influencers, are pulling the retro pants out of their closets, including Bella Hadid, who shared this picture of her paisley printed bell bottoms.
Those were cute.
Model Alessandra Ambrosio also dipped her toe in the retro pool. She went all in with this 70s inspired outfit with bell bottoms, a chunky belt, fringed cardigan, and thong toe sandals.
Now keep in mind, these are supermodels,
Right.
okay? And part two, when you're like me, you're maybe 5'2", and you
You're
don't
short.
like SpongeBob SquarePants, that is just not gonna work.
You'll look more like Ariel. You'll look more like the Little Mermaid with
I
flailing
look
on the
like
ground.
that clown in the circus that has the long bell bottoms, but they're cut off at the knees, you know? And it's not a good look. I know I couldn't pull that off at all.
Yeah, I mean, if you are tall, it helps. If you got tall and long legs, like it definitely accentuates
cute.
it. Yeah, it looks great.
I've just got a lot of envy right now.
You know what, Sean? We'll just have to stretch you out little by little. By the end of the year,
Oh, no, I'm shrinking.
We'll get you in
I'll
line.
be under the desk by the end of the show.
coming up, starting a new business during the pandemic, the owner can tell you a thing or two about what it takes.
Find out how it's done and the most rewarding part to opening up during a pandemic next. You know, starting a new business, it is never easy, even in the best of times. But to do so during a pandemic, that takes extra guts.
Yeah, it does. Barbie Coleman knows that all too well. She jumped from an East Coast corporate America job to dive into small business ownership with her German Village shop, Urban Sundry. Good to have you, Barbie.
Hey, it's great to be here, guys.
That's
Thanks
a
for having
big
me.
shift. Talk about what made you make that decision.
Well, you know, it was kind of a long time coming. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm a walking cliche, you know. Successful PR career, 25 years, then you get to your late 40s and you're like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But it's my story and I've been talking about it forever. So when I finally took the leap and did this, I had so many friends who were like, it's about time.
Wow.
You know, why are you talking about it? So, you know, it's been fun. And you know what? Without that corporate career ahead of time, I don't know if I would have had the skills and the confidence to be able to do it.
Right, the
So
experience.
it wasn't turning my back on anything. It was more like taking what I had learned and bringing it forward to kind of work for me.
We want to talk about your business. First, explain to everybody this very curious word, sundry.
So sundry is when you think of a sundry store or sundry items, the technical definition is items not really worth mentioning in their own right. However, we feel that we have a lot of really good stuff here that you're going to want.
Like what? Explain to us, Barbie.
Well, we are gift, home, and apparel for the town and country lifestyle. And we have a little of a lot and hopefully something for everybody. So what I tell people, if you're looking for a gift, come to me. And if I can't find something for you or the person you're buying for, I will have failed.
Oh, that's cute.
I love that idea. It's those things that are so unique and original that really do make for the best gifts. So on top of starting a business, like we said, being challenging already, how has it been going starting a business during a pandemic?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I didn't do a big grand opening or a lot of big advertising because, to be honest with you, that felt a little tone deaf to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I've seen is that people are just kind of anxious to get out. And where I also live, it's a great community here. You know, people walk by with their dogs, they bring their dogs in, and I think people are just anxious and really interested in, one, supporting a small business,
Right.
doing a little shopping. I mean, let's be honest, retail therapy is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's really been that. So to watch it grow organically has been really fun.
So clearly that's one of the big rewards. What has been another reward for you coming out of corporate America?
Well, being part of a community is great, you know, and knowing my neighbors. And there is nothing more flattering than when somebody walks into my store and they say, "Oh, I love it here. I love it here." It just makes me feel so happy because I think that, you know, I get to host the Barbie show every day in my store. And it's really fun to have those interactions. And if you walk into my store and you look at my product assortment, it's basically a reflection of my personality.
Wow. And Barbie, I know a lot of people feel like their dreams have been crushed this year. Something that maybe they saved up for, they wanted to do their whole life thinking there's no more hope. Well, clearly there is. What advice would you give them?
So I think here's a couple things that I would tell people. One, it's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right.
But you got to get comfortable with feeling overwhelmed. You have to take small risks, jump in feet first, not head first, and make sure you stay authentic. You know, I think that's a life lesson, whatever you're working in. Stay true to your vision and stay true to the products that you want to carry in your store.
Yeah. So we can check your store hours online, I'm sure. Are you catty corner to Schmidt's? Is that where you are?
No, I'm actually right near Lindy's.
Got
it. I'm halfway between Lindy's and Club 185 and just down the road from Vernacular.
Oh, that's great.
And where can people find you? We have your Instagram page pulled up right now with all of your cool items.
Sure. Where can they find me? I'm at 548 Mohawk Street.
Nice.
And then online, Instagram, obviously, and
Instagram, all the places.
urbansundrystore.com, too.
Yes.
Yeah, no one else has used that word, so you probably got all the accounts super easy.
Yes, you're in good shape.
Idea.
I think so.
Yeah.
Barbie, great to talk to you, and continued best of everything.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, Barbie. Wow,
I
how
love the
inspiring.
happiness in all that, don't you?
I know.
That's great.
Well, hey, some more happiness come up for one Backstreet Boy because he's trending right now.
We're going to be talking about the next steps for singer AJ. Is it McLean or McLean? I thought it was McLean.
That's what I thought too.
I
I just knew AJ. You know, I wasn't a big I like Backstreet Boys. I didn't know their last names.
There's a girl, Kristen Foley. She's a Backstreet Boy mad woman. She'll be texting me in a minute. Okay, we're going to be right back, and we're going to talk about what he's doing now during quarantine.
Another celebrity has his eye on the Mirrorball Trophy too. According to Entertainment Tonight, Backstreet Boys singer AJ McLean is joining the season 29 lineup. There he is.
Now look at him. You're going, AJ, wow, you are cut up. That's because he's been spending his quarantine working on his health and fitness while dropping quite a bit of weight. In this post, the 42-year-old now shows fans the work he's been putting in over the past 5 months.
He says he's on a very strict diet, grain-free, sugar-free, no sodas, and on top of that, he's been sober for almost 9 months.
Whoa.
The entire Star-filled lineup will be revealed next week, and you can watch the season premiere of Dancing with the Stars Monday, September 14th, over on ABC6.
That's a show that's going to be really interesting to see how they put that together.
Yeah, during the pandemic, virtually, they're not allowed to see their husbands or wives. I know that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Again, I'm super happy that he's been sober. I still think it's unfair. AJ built his career around being a dancer.
But didn't we all, Cameron, really, if you think about it? I'm one of the best bow-legged ballerinas you'll ever see.
That's the one thing. I just want to see a horrible dancer win one year. I think that he wasn't bad. Bobby Bones won.
Yeah.
But he, like, you could tell, like, he was very comfortable. But, like, when they put someone that's like, all right, this was a pop star who built their whole life on choreography against Tim McGraw.
Yeah, but they do the same thing with figure skaters, if you think about it.
I agree. I agree.
It's all for TV.
Yeah, I'll probably be watching because the lineup does look pretty good so far. Yesterday, we showed you how I was spotted on John Oliver's late night show, but now, the city of Danbury, Connecticut, is taking a shot at the late night host.
Okay, it turns out Oliver went on an expletive-filled rant about just how bad the town is. He also mentioned If anyone wanted to forget about a city, they could forget about Danbury.
He tends to be really brutal. Well, hearing that got the mayor, Mark Broughton, fired up, and he called Oliver out on social media.
Behind me, you'll see the City of Danbury Sewer Plant. And we are going to rename it the John Oliver Memorial Sewer Plant. Why? Because it's full of just like you, John. And oh, by the way, thanks for showing that Amazon video. We did get Amazon here in Danbury.
Oh,
Yes, I love it.
Mayor Broughton, he brought it, saying he's not really going to rename the sewage plant. He called it all a big joke, but he did say if Oliver continues to put down his town, he may consider other retaliation.
I bow to the awesomeness that is Mayor Broughton.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Because Oliver on his show, I mean, he's brutal. I mean, he can go in and just makes fun of the most random things. And
Right.
good for him for standing up and how creative that was.
That's fun. Hey, if you've been keeping up with your binging on Netflix, you might have seen the original series Warrior Nun.
Rick Damigella talked with the breakout star who gains divine superpowers and joins a fight against evil.
How did our greatest weapon against evil end up in an unbeliever?
A group of female holy warriors battle evil in Warrior Nun.
About that, I'm not exactly what you would call religious.
The show marks the English language debut of Portuguese actress Alba Baptista.
Warrior Nun is an adaptation of a comic book from the 90s called Warrior Nun Ariella. The creator of the show, Simon Barry, decided to take out the universe that has been created, which is a secret sect of young women who fight an evil that's unknown to society, but are devout to God. There's a leader amongst this sect who is called the Warrior Nun. Because of a divine artifact that has been given from Warrior Nun to Warrior Nun, they have superpowers.
The halo is a gift. You're God's champion. It will enhance whatever natural abilities you already possess.
So I did general training for all physical combat skills, even though my character isn't a professional, any one of them. The Sister Warriors, however, they trained a lot because they had to be professionals and they had to look like actual ninjas. So they were the true warriors.
Do your best, Joella Kanan.
Bless you, my child. Too far.
Warrior Nun debuted in July and has already been picked up for a second season by Netflix. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Huh, nuns have come a long way since Sound of Music, haven't
Yes, I thought Sister Act was pretty action-packed.
Coming up next, talk about films. The Columbus Black Film Festival kicks off this Friday.
We're talking to the organizer about what it means to our community after the break.
Diversity coming to the forefront on the big screen this weekend during the 4th annual Columbus Black International Film Festival.
To share the importance about this festival, here's founder Kristen Stewart joining us now. Good to have you, Kristen.
Good to be here. Good morning.
So tell us, what is the festival? Tell us all about it and this year's theme specifically.
Okay, so the Columbus Black International Film Festival, this is our 4th annual year, and it was created to give filmmakers, Columbus filmmakers, an opportunity to showcase their films and the talent that we have here in Columbus, but also connecting the African diaspora nationally and internationally to showcase those films to showcase those films and the narrative of Black filmmakers.
Being international, I'm sure that put out a few problems just trying to coordinate this all and pull this all together virtually this year.
Yes, it was a bit challenging, but I actually have some experience doing it. And my work with the Columbus International Film and Animation Festival that just happened this past April.
Wow, I know that's got to be a lot of work. And one thing we've seen recently that I'm in love with are the live streaming table reads that are becoming very popular. You guys are doing something similar with the screenwriting competition, correct?
Absolutely. So this is the first time we've actually had the opportunity to do this, and we're really excited to bring it live stream to give people the opportunity to see it more, just not locally, but internationally. So our whole audience around the globe will be able to experience the table reads. And we're really excited about the screenplays that were entered this year because we got so many due to the pandemic and productions being shut down. So we're really excited about bringing those characters to life and live streaming those.
Huh. So the actual actors themselves will do the table reads?
Yes. So I've hired a couple, well, actually, no, I've hired about 13 filmmakers, Columbus-based filmmakers, to actually bring those characters to life. So we're really excited because we have a lot of Columbus talent, and you'll see that the film industry in Columbus is real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Explain about the importance right now as we're getting more and more attention and people are becoming aware as never before, and they should, to have someone like you who is on TV, in the movies, and people, you can wrap your hands around this project and people are really seeing what can be done.
Yeah, so the importance is Black representation, and that importance of being able to control the narrative of our culture around the world. So I keep saying around the world, but the diaspora is so diverse in terms of class, in terms of ethnicity, in terms of just shared experiences. We can relate to all of those things. It shows Black people as being human beings and having that human connection, and us just being real. And just like, you know, some of the things that we're seeing now, like Black is King by Beyonce, that shows us in a place and that represents us. We have a lot of children who are mimicking those dances and loving the colors and all those different types of things that she puts together. It's also important about how Black people look on screen. So how we're lit and that type of thing. So it goes behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera as well.
Question for you, Christian. If you could work with any actor, director, writer, or person in the industry, dream job right now living, who would that be?
Ooh, that's a loaded question for a filmmaker. So best writer, one of the writers I would want to work with, Aaron Sorkin. One of the directors I would want to work with would be Barry Jenkins or Jordan Peele.
Nice.
And I would really want to, well, Sally Menken is no longer here with us, but if she edits a lot of Quentin Tarantino's films. She actually put a great story together. I would have loved to work with her.
And what about one actor or actress that would be your dream casting?
Actually, Lakeith Stanfield is like one of my favorite actors right now.
Okay.
I would really love to work with him, actually. Just an insane body of work. He's very diverse. We're seeing Black people actually play roles that we weren't originally given the opportunity to play, and he really stands out in, you know, not his new movie Knives Out, and you know, in his show ATL. So I would love to work with him.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Kristen, all the best. When can people log in and be part of this?
Actually, our site is open and live now for tickets. It's cbiff.designblaze.com. You can reserve your seat there. And our on-demand screenings will start at 4 p.m. on August 28th.
Love it. All right, Kristen, thanks for sharing the word. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here. You guys have a great morning.
You too. Good luck. All right, we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Check this out. Two men dress up as Mario and Luigi and turn Manhattan into their very own Super Mario Kart racetrack. While speeding around the Big Apple, they hit up Washington Square Park and Times Square.
Even the native New Yorkers, they had to do a double take as they saw Mario and Luigi speed by. So what was the point of all this, you ask? Well, just to spread a little positive energy and to make people laugh.
Just want to say no turtles were harmed in the making of this video. If they pulled out any to throw at each other, or banana peels. And don't eat any mushrooms you find. It's not that kind of mushroom.
You can also see that there are no cabs, there are no Ubers in Uptown right now, or they wouldn't be able to pull that off.
Exactly. You get 2 feet and then be stuck in traffic.
Now, any excuse a man gets to wear that outfit, I guess, you just dress up
and they've done this race. They tried to bring it to Columbus one year.
Is that right?
They did it at Grand Prix karting, but they're trying to do it like downtown in some area. There's a group that does this around the country.
That's really funny, actually.
Oh, I love it.
Just bringing some joy.
Yep.
See, there's our message for the day. Go out and bring a little joy.
Bring a little
today.
joy.
All right. Have a great one.